Mechanical keyboards exploded in popularity because they give typists and gamers tactile control, satisfying feedback, and long-term durability that membrane boards rarely match. Buyers choose keyboards for switch type, build quality, layout, and value. The same clear checklist applies to sanders.
List number 1. WEN 6524 Oscillating Belt and Spindle Sander, Best All-Around 4x24 Benchtop Combo. The WEN 6524 mixes a 4x24-inch oscillating belt with a versatile spindle head, making it an excellent single-station solution for hobbyists who want both belt and spindle capability without two machines. The benchtop unit runs on a 3.5-amp motor, driving the belt up to about 1,575 FPM and the spindle to roughly 2,000 RPM. The combined belt-spindle oscillation rate, about 58 OPM, plus a 5/8-inch spindle stroke helps prevent heat buildup and scores fewer chatter marks on curves. That oscillation stroke and speed pair are a big reason this model produces smoother finishes on rounded work than a non-oscillating spindle would. What I like is that the 6524 includes 5 drum sleeve sizes, 1/2 inch to 2 inches, a large flat table with beveling capability, and onboard storage for sleeves and throat plates. Small but thoughtful touches that speed workflow. The belt accessory expands its usefulness. Use the belt for quick stock removal and the spindle for profiling and inside curves. The machine ships with several 80-grid sleeves and belt, so you can start projects immediately.
List number 2. 4A Variable Speed Oscillating Spindle Sander, Spindle Only, Best for Aggressive Spindle Sanding. This 4A branded spindle sander, sold under multiple storefronts online, centers on power. The 4-amp motor, approximately 2/3 HP equivalent, and a variable speed range, commonly listed around 1,000 to 1,800 RPM, let you push harder when shaping hardwoods and switch down for softer species or delicate radii. The variable speed knob is a major advantage if you move between projects. Higher RPM for quick shaping, lower RPM for fine smoothing and to reduce heat buildup on veneered or sensitive pieces. The package typically includes 5 sleeve sizes, a 1/2 inch to 2 inch, and several abrasive sleeves so you can match radius to task immediately. Amazon. +1. Strengths here are raw power and speed flexibility, which translates to faster stock removal and more control on tight curves. Reviewers who use this model praise its ability to tackle harder woods without bogging down, and sellers commonly highlight the efficient dust collection port, which helps keep the work area visible. However, because this is a spindle-only layout, you don't get the belt versatility of combo units. If you want both belt and spindle work, look to the belt plus spindle variants. Also, build finish and accessory fit vary by vendor. I recommend checking included throat plates and the clamping method for sleeves before heavy use. eBay. +1.
List number 3. 4A Variable Speed Oscillating Belt and Spindle Sander, Best Budget Combo, 4x24. If you like the idea of the 4A spindle but want belt functionality too, the 4x24-inch belt plus spindle combo version gives both modes in one package. Specs commonly mirror the spindle-only model for motor output and spindle RPM range, about 1,000 to 1,800 RPM, with a 4x24 belt for more aggressive material removal, and the familiar set of 5 drum sizes for curves. This model is a strong contender for makers who want a compact bench machine that handles trim shaping and quicker belt sanding tasks without buying 2 separate tools. Amazon. +1. What makes this appealing is the combination. Use the belt for flattening, chamfering, or quick stock removal, and the spindle for internal radii and contours. It typically includes several sleeves and a belt, and the variable speed control increases versatility compared with fixed speed combos. On the downside, the build quality and ease of swapping between belt and spindle modes vary across sellers. Inspect the tensioning mechanism and table attachment points if you can. Also expect that vibration control and table trueness may be less refined than pricier name brand combos. eBay. Practical advice. Run your dust collection directly to the port, use lighter passes to keep sleeves from glazing, and consider buying a few extra sleeve grits so you can go 80 to 120 to 180 for better surface prep. For small shops and hobbyists on a budget who need both modes, this 4A combo balances cost and capability sensibly. Amazon.
List number 4. WENHA 5932 5-amp variable speed portable oscillating spindle sander. Best portable powerful handheld option. The WENHA 5932 departs from the benchtop formula. It's a handheld, variable-speed, oscillating spindle sander powered by a 5-amp motor and offering a wide RPM window, about 1800 to 3200 RPM, with oscillation frequencies in the 50 to 90 OPM range. That higher RPM range, coupled with the robust 5-amp motor, makes the HA5932 exceptional for mobile smoothing tasks. Think on-site trim work, jig touch-ups, or jobs where you don't want to move the work to a stationary sander. Because it's handheld, you get more tactical freedom for odd shapes and hard-to-position pieces. Why this matters? The portable format is ideal for cabinetry installers, custom furniture shops, and restoration work where flipping large parts to a benchtop isn't practical. The oscillation stroke reduces heat marks and extends sleeve life, and the variable speed lets you match RPM to material. Be mindful though, handheld operation increases the chance of inconsistent pressure and uneven passes compared to a table-mounted spindle, so expect a short learning curve to get clean, repeatable results. Also check that you secure the workpiece. Handheld sanders work best when the part is clamped or supported. Limitations. Because it's handheld, you lose some of the table options, like a tilting table. It also raises the dust control question. This model includes a dust port but isn't particularly efficient at extraction, so good dust and ventilation remain critical, especially if you're using it indoors.
List number 5. WEN AT6535 3.5 amp oscillating spindle sander. Best large table benchtop sander for layout work. The WEN AT6535 is a classic benchtop spindle sander in the same family as WEN's other small shop tools, featuring a 3.5 amp motor, 5 drum sleeve sizes, a half to 2 inch, about 2000 RPM spindle speed, and 58 oscillations per minute with a 5/8 inch stroke. What sets the AT6535 apart is its oversized 14.5 by 14.5 inch beveling table that tilts up to 45 degrees, giving you a lot of support for larger or angled parts, a huge asset when sanding large trim pieces or templates. It also includes onboard storage, multiple throat plates, and usually ships with several 80 grit sleeves. WEN products, +1. The large cable makes layout, beveling, and angled contour sanding much more controlled. You get better support on longer edges, and the beveling capability simplifies chamfers and compound angles. The 3.5 amp motor is adequate for finishing and profiling work, though, like other similar motorized hobby benchtops, it can strain with sustained heavy stock removal. Dust port compatibility is decent. Plug it into a reasonably sized shop vac, and you'll keep the table cleaner and visibility better. Northern Tool. If your shop often handles bigger panels, larger trim, or you want the comfort of a big flat table to steady your parts, the AT6535's combination of table size and spindle specs makes it a practical, affordable choice. It's not an industrial behemoth, but for many small shops, it's the sweet spot between capability and footprint. WEN products.